Good morning, fellow investors. Welcome to Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Before we get started, remember it's up to you for your due diligence if things are right for you. But let's start out with our word of the day. Our word of the day is deglutition. Let me pull this deglutition. Let's listen to the word. Deglutition. So I did have it right. It just sounded a little odd. The action or process of swallowing. How do we use it in a sentence? After your surgery, we'll work on strengthening the muscles responsible for deglutition. So that is our word of the day. And now let's go to our screens. First, let's take a look at our heat map. So it looks like a lot of tech is selling off. Taking a little breather. Some of the healthcare, United Healthcare is down about 4%. Some of the other stocks are taking a little bit of break. Real estate is up today. Energy is up, but PBR in Brazil, they came out with a statement that they're moving mainly to renewables, and that shocked the market, and it is down big time. Their earnings aren't out yet, so that is coming up shortly. Tesla is up. Some of the financials are up. Wells Fargo has been on a real tear. It's pulling back a little bit right now, but we'll take a look at that as well. So that is our heat map. And we just want to show our screen we show every day. It's missing at the moment because I went to another screen. Just go back here. Here it is. And we can see it goes up a step, does not pull back, goes up another step, does not pull back. Beats index investing by about 5%. And that is the story. If you want to sleep better at night, if you don't think you could weather a storm where you would need 10 to 15 years to earn back that money, maybe annuity is right for you. And a lot of annuities are paying bonuses anywhere from 10 to 30%. If you want to find out more information, feel free to get in contact with us, and we can show you an illustration and show you how this works and answer any questions you may have. So let's go to our screen. This is something I was going to show you yesterday. I neglected to do this, but this is a little tool, a comparison tool that I use from time to time to see which companies I'm going to hold on to. I have not a lot of options that are in the money. Do I convert them to the shares? I only have so many dollars. So which of these should I hold on to? So Super Micro is a leading star here. App is right behind it. Young company that is growing pretty fast. And then we have NVIDIA right behind ESTC. You can't really see it. And ARM is right back there as well. Maybe NVIDIA isn't on the list. Let me just, I own the shares, so that's why I didn't look at it, but I can just bring it up. NVIDIA is right here above ELF. So ELF, ARM, ESTC, and Zscaler, and then Kava. So that's kind of how I use that comparison chart. I'm going to put us on pause for a moment. I forgot my little handy thing for the news. I'll be right back. So I'd gone out for a nice power walk this morning, and when I came back, I was a little hungry, so I had a little sandwich. Looks like we didn't get a news article, so we're going to just skip the news today. And we are going to go start our screen work. So this is what I was telling you. Brazilian oil company has kind of fallen off. Right here near the bottom, we did put on some options 17 to 18 in April. So we'll see how it, if it bounces or not. Just a little shot just to see what happened. Has come up a little bit, but it's got a long ways to go till April, of course. So there was one company in the news. I just wanted to bring them up. They have a weight loss drug that they said will compete with the stars, with Lilly and Novo Nordisk. And their stock at one point was at $7.74, but it's still up an astounding 306% on that news. Look at a little bit of a Bitcoin. Continues to soar. Ethereum is up just 0.46%. And then let's take a look at MicroStrategy, which we've been talking to for a while. It did hit 1,000. It's pulled back a little bit here, but it continues up. It's up strong, up 12%. So let's go through our daily routine. The dollar is up 0.11%. See how that affects silver. Silver is down. Gold is pretty flat. Arrow copper hit the 200-day moving average and is pulling back. See if it continues on that tomorrow. Southern copper pull back from 80. Freeport-McMoRan is falling like a knife, gaps down and is on its low. Vale is down as well, down almost 2%. Rio gapping down as well, down 1.5%. And let's see how things are on the Australian continent, is gapping down as well. The bond yields, interesting, they're pulling back. There was a little inflation report out today. It was up slightly, higher than expected. And we have the PCE inflation tomorrow report. That's going to be key. TBT is down as well, down to 3.41. Take a look at the VIX. VIX is bouncing off of its 50-day moving average. Let's just see if we hit our target. 1341. We wanted to get to 1305. We haven't quite got there yet, so we'll keep watching that. S&P 500 is coming down a little bit. We're just kind of hoping for a pause. We don't want things to get overheated and then things really come down fast later. The equal weight is up slightly. The NASDAQ pulling back about 0.5%. The equal weight in the NASDAQ pulling about 0.4%. The small caps looks like they're may have filled that gap there. We'll have to wait and see. Pulling back 0.53%, and the Dow Jones pulling back to the 10-day moving average. So let's see what's up today. J Long Group. Wow, look at that move. They had a big move. This is a IPO. Looks like it came out around $5 and jumped to $6, $7. Hong Kong-based company manufactures and distributes reflective and non-reflective garment. We'll put this in our IPO file. Marathon Digital had a big move today, was up stronger earlier, is pulling back now. Bitfarms pulling back pretty strong. I wish I would have sold it when I was thinking about it up here. It's down about 11%. Cipher down 6%. And then Clean Spark pulls back to its 10-day moving average, down 12 a little over 12%. Riot looks like it's getting close to its 20-day moving average, down 7%. Hive down about 5%. Let's see if we got any other one on this list. So that'll kind of wrap it up for looking at that. Let's continue down our range. I'm going to look at, maybe we'll look at all 8 items. ACMR manufactures and sells wafer jet cleaning equipment. A big on their earnings, up 126%, 150% earnings surprise approximately. And MCore gapping up, moving above 300 here. Assured Guarantee earnings up about 1,000%. $5.75 versus 22 cents last year. Earnings surprise of 386%. Axon Enterprises, big holding for Warren Buffett. Control devices for law enforcement, military, and corrections officers, up 60% on their earnings. Dycom Industries looks like it's breaking out at a negative 5% earnings, up 3%. And Shift4 Payments, we have this in my wife's account, and it was up slightly, and now it is totally breaking out, 49%. So Let's take a look at 4. I think this is in her Roth IRA. Yeah, 4 is up 86% on that option. So we'll just continue to watch that one. See what's up 5% or more. Advanced auto parts. There's 30 items, so we're just going to skim through those. We saw ACM Research, Assured Guarantee, Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals, Bandwidth. We haven't heard from Bandwidth for a long time. Their earnings are up 111%. I think the last time these guys were relevant was in 2020. So it's good to see. Congratulations. Looks like their earnings are supposed to be up 69% this year, 15% next year. Vita Coco, which we see in Costco, is gapping up 320% earnings increase, 57% earnings surprise. Coupang from South Korea, earnings up 167%. Online retail platform similar to Amazon. eBay was the other one that was up really big today, gapping up. Their earnings were flat, kind of matched their earnings year ago quarter at this time. 4.9% earnings surprise. We got Flyware, Global Payments, here was our MicroStrategy. Yeah, we put it on, talked about it on the show at 495, so pretty close to a double. Here's Root, who keeps popping up here. Ryan Specialty Holdings. Got a nice breakout, up 30% on their earnings for insurance companies. And we will, with that, we'll move on to what's up 10%. This little zoom feature is kind of blocking my but it looks like most of them, let's see, Chart Industries, we didn't look at that one. Capping up on 35% earnings increase. Root is up 10% and 200% increase in volume. It just keeps moving. The Revolve Group, here's another one from 2020, I believe. Gapping up 55%. Earnings decline from the previous quarter a year ago. Fashion retailer. TJ Therapeutics, gapping up 27%. And VIP Shop. Yeah, there's another one that we haven't heard a long time. We'll just take a little wider look and seem to be doing okay. Let's take a look at AMD. On a weekly basis, you can really see this. This is a flat base. I believe yesterday it just became a flat base. We're just looking for a breakout above this area. It's right kind of just bouncing back and forth right now. Take a look at it on the daily. It looks a little more volatile on the daily, but on the weekly, you definitely see the flat base. It's staying within these patterns. So we just need to see it break out above here. So we'll wait and see how this kind of develops. the other one. Qualcomm pulling back a little gap down today, pulling back to the 10-day moving average, not doing anything wrong. Here is one we put on 2 days ago, Twilio. Right on this move right here. See the volume got a little higher than the day previous. That's what caught our attention. It pulled back a little bit 2 days afterwards, but you can see the volume is lower than the 2 previous days. So that's a positive as well. And the stock didn't really move that much. And today it did. So volume is increasing. You just kind of like that. So Kava, it's right about where it was yesterday. Nothing really happening there. Elf Beauty, it is just looking more and more beautiful every day, up a 1.5%. We'll see if it can just kind of pause here and build somewhat of another base. On Netflix, we have in one of our other accounts. Looks, it keeps building on this little shelf here. We'll just see if it can break above the magic number 600. And Tesla, just two of the better performing big cap stocks at the moment. Tesla was right around this 175, came up to 184. That's when we put on the 190-200 spread. We closed two of the spread. We only put on 4 on the vertical spread. When it got up to 200, we took 2 of them off to keep the 190s, 2 of the 190s, and then we rolled over the other 2. So we rolled up to a 200-210 spread. So that's what's happening in Tesla. And let's take a look at Super Micro. It's pulling back a little bit. Not really too worried, but we'll see if this 20-day can catch up to it. See if it'll get a little bounce there. NVIDIA, just kind of sitting there as the 10-day line tries to catch up with NVIDIA. Don't really worry about too much that's happening there, and take a look at ARM. ARM pulled back to the 10-day moving average and is bounced now. If it can just kind of pause here and let the moving averages catch up. This kind of looks like it's building the flag portion of the high tight flag. Talked about that before. If a stock jumps 100% and builds a high tight flag, the possibilities of it going up another 100% are numerous when looking back in history. So we'll just kind of take a look. There's no guarantees, but you put your percentages in place on things that have done this numerous times in the past. So let me see if there's anything else I just want to look at. Monday, software company in Israel It did pull back a little bit. Now it is bouncing. So it pulled back to where the 10 and 20-day moving averages have converged. Now it's bouncing up here, not doing anything wrong. So it's just kind of going in a sideways fashion. Is it flat base, you ask? Well, we can put this on here and it pretty much looks like a flat base to me. Looks much like AMD. So we'll just continue to watch that. And finally, so last one I wanted to look at is see Celsius. Celsius continues to do well. Once again, where did we point this out? We put this on when it was below 65, we put it on no, when it was right around 57, I believe 57.61. And then when it got up to 61, we rolled to 62.65. And then what did we do when it got to 68? Let me just take a look. Oh, yeah, we rolled it to the 67.70 call. So it just continues to perform really well. Celsius was a big time leader in the past, and it just continues to perform really well here. And let me see in one of the other accounts if there's anything else I want to look at. We could take a look at ESTC. Doing nothing wrong. It's just kind of bouncing. Right now it's kind of holding right above 130. We put this on at 120. And the other one I wanted to look at is Duolingo as we close here. Got a little bit of a pullback today. Earnings are today. We took off I believe we had 5 call options and we took off 3 of them. So we have two left, and we'll just see how the earnings come out. So that's our show for today. This is Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have a great Wednesday. Go out there and continue working on your goals and your activities. Get some good, healthy exercise in. The sun is shining beautifully here in California, and we look forward to having you back on Thursday. Have a great day.